Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and this late evening, early morning we're going to bring you some Digital Diamond Baseball 1978 Retro Replay, the Boston Red Sox versus the Texas Rangers. The Red Sox struggling in this Retro Replay in third place, 8 games behind the first place Milwaukee Brewers, and 5 games behind the second-place New York Yankees. The Red Sox have a record of 45 wins and 39 losses. We'll be taking on the visiting Texas Rangers, who are 39 wins and 45 losses, so they have the opposite records. On the mound for the Red Sox, Mike Torrez. He's 5-8 in the Retro Replay, 5.51 earned run average. He struck out 40, walked 54. For the Texas Rangers on the mound, we have Fergie Jenkins. He's 4-8 with an ERA of 3.61. The Rangers lineup: Bobby Bonds leading off, playing right field. Juan Benitez batting second and center field. Jim Sundberg doing the catching, batting third. The cleanup hitter and designated hitter Al Oliver. Batting fifth, the left fielder Richie Zisk. Batting sixth, the first baseman, the human rain delay, Mike Hargrove. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Toby Harrah. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Bump Wills. Batting ninth, Campy, former Oakland A, the shortstop, Bert Campaneris. For the Boston Red Sox, leading off, the Rem Dog, Jerry Remy, playing second base. Giving the error machine Butch Hobson a rest. Playing third base, batting second, Jack Brohammer. Batting third, Jim Rice, the designated hitter. Batting fourth, Captain Carl Yastrzemski, playing left field. Batting fifth, Pudge, Carlton Fisk, doing the catching. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Freddie Lynn. Batting seventh, the first baseman, George Boomer Scott. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Dwight Evans. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, giving Rick Burleson a breather today, Frank Duffy. These are as-played lineups and as-played pitching. And again, we're using Digital Diamond Baseball. So let's get to the game. Mike Torrez on the hill. He'll be facing Bobby Bonds. Bonds batting .205 in the Retro Replay, 179 off right-handed batters. Let's see. Yep. 10 home runs, 32 RBIs. Leadoff batter. Torrez gets the sign from Fisk. Here's the dice roll. 299. That ball goes to Scott. It's a pop-up at first, and he makes the catch, 1 down. Hello, Tribes fan. How are you? Hope all is well. Little Insomnia Baseball League. All right, here comes Juan Benitez, Rangers center fielder, batting .224. Off right-handed pitching, .233, 4 home runs, 15 runs driven in. Remember, the higher the dice roll, the better for the offensive player, or the player at bat. The lower the dice roll, the better for the pitcher and the defending team in the field. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch to Juan Benitez. .891, that's a single to left field. So Benitez is on with 1 out. Scott holding him on at first. Here comes the catcher, Jim Sundberg, .277. 257 off right-handed pitching. 2 home runs, 25 runs driven in. The Red Sox looking to turn 2 up the middle with Duffy and Remy. The windup and the pitch by Mike Torrez. Five, 4, 7. That ball goes to Brohammer at third. Over to Remy. And that's all they'll get. Sundberg reaches on a fielder's choice. Benitez forced out at second. Brohammer to Remy. So 2 outs, 1 on. Here comes the number 4 batter, Al Oliver, the designated hitter. 333, 327 off right-handed pitching. Left-handed batter, 7 home runs, 33 runs driven in. You like that, Tribes fan, huh? A little Insomnia Baseball League. How goes your retro replay, my friend, with Porcello and Kluber? Alright, Sundberg being held on by the boomer at first. He'll be off on contact with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Al Oliver. .905, that's a double, as that gets between Yastrzemski and Lynn, and it's going to go to the wall. And they're going to hold Sundberg at third. So a 2-out double by Sundberg. Texas has runners at second and third. And coming to the plate, Richie Zisk, the left fielder, 219. And off righties, 219. 6 home runs, 39 runs driven in. Zisk digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Fisk flashes the signs. Here's the pitch by Torrez. Once again, the higher the dice roll, the better for the batter. The lower, better for the pitcher. And that's pretty high. 994. That ball's going bye-bye to right field as Evans just turns and looks. As the Boo Birds come down from the Fenway faithful, as Mike Torrez gives up a 3-run blast to Richie Zisk, and the Rangers take a 3-0 lead. And we have D. Scott Howard in the house. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well on the West Coast. How did the girls' soccer team finish? Here comes Mike Hargrove, the human rain delay. 2 outs, no one on. Hargrove batting .224, .263 off right-handed pitching. 4 home runs, 29 runs driven in. Torrez has to settle down now. Get that home run out of his mind. The windup and the pitch to Hargrove. Four, 4, 7. That ball goes to Remy. Hard ground ball, backhand over to Scott. Side retired. But the Rangers get 3 runs on 3 hits. 3-run homer by Richie Zisk. We go to the bottom of the first. Texas 3. Boston coming up. Due up for the Red Sox. Remy, Brohammer, and Rice. Tribes fan in the chat says rolled Porcello's 24th game versus the Diamondbacks. A pitcher's duel until the 7th. The Red Sox 5 in the bottom of the 7th. Porcello now 19-2. Wow. He's well ahead of schedule. Here comes Jerry Remy to face Fergie Jenkins. Righty-lefty matchup. Jerry Remy batting .281, 314 off right-handed pitching, 2 home runs, 25 runs driven in. Jenkins gets a sign from Sundberg behind the plate. Here's the pitch to Jerry Remy. 498. That ball goes out to right field. Bobby Bonds is under it and makes the catch, out number 1. Jack Brohammer comes to the plate, giving Butch Hobson a rest at third, and thank God, because Butch Hobson is an error machine in 1978 for the Bo Sox. Brohammer 288 and 278 off right-handed pitching. No home runs, 7 runs driven in for Jack. Sundberg sets the target. Here's the pitch to Brohammer. 7.54. Brohammer works a walk. Hargrove to hold Brohammer on. Here comes Jim Rice. Outstanding so far. 340, .322 against right-handed pitching, 21 home runs, 69 runs driven in. He'd love to get a hold of one. His home run dice roll, 932 or higher. Jenkins looks to first. Now in at Sundberg, here's the pitch to Rice. 6-3-5, fly ball to center. Jenkins comes in on it and makes the catch for out number 2. Brohammer retreats back to first base. So with 2 outs, Brohammer at first. Here comes Captain Carly Yastrzemski. Red Sox left fielder, 286, 295 off right-handed pitching, 11 home runs, 47 runs driven in. Brohammer will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to Yaz. 1-2-2. That ball goes out to left field. Richie Zisk comes in on it, and he dives and makes the catch on the knuckler. Wow! Richie Zisk robs Yastrzemski of a hit. Side retired. We go to the top of the second. 3-0. Texas. Due up for the Rangers. Herrera, Wills, and Campaneris. D. Scott Howard gives us an update in the chat on the Division II West Regional Finals. Just 5 minutes ago, finished the season. Oh, they lost. 17 wins, 2 losses, 0 ties. Not bad. Not a bad year, but won't defend the national championship. That's too bad. They gave it a good shot, though, my friend. So here comes Toby Harrah, 215, 189 off right-handed pitching. He does have 6 home runs and 27 runs driven in. Fisk flashes the signs. Here's the pitch to Harrah. 5-9-3. That ball goes out to center field, and Lynn makes the catch. 1 down. Here comes Bump Wills. Rangers second baseman, 263, 273 off right-handed pitching, 6 home runs, 27 runs driven in. Righty-lefty matchup for Torrez. He sets and delivers to Wills. 2-2-2. That ball goes to Duffy. It's a pop-up at short, and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Here comes the number 9 batter, Campy, Bert Campaneris. Rangers shortstop's been struggling. 172 average, 133 versus right-handed pitching. Torrez works quickly. Here's the pitch to Campaneris. Torrez looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. 2-9-6. That's a fly ball to center field. Lynn goes back on it. Going back, reaches out, and makes the catch. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 Rangers. Due up for Boston. Fisk, Lynn, and Scott. Carlton Fisk batting .306, 12 home runs, 58 runs batted in to face Fergie Jenkins. Jenkins is ready to work. Here's the pitch to Pudge. 0-7-3, and that is a strikeout. Big swing and a miss, 1 down. Here comes Freddie Lynn, Red Sox center fielder, 327, 351 off right-handed pitching, 14 home runs, 53 runs driven in. Righty-lefty matchup. Sundberg sets the target. Jenkins delivers the pitch to Lynn. 8-8-8, and that is a double down the right field line. So a 1-out double for Fred Lynn. He's in scoring position now. For the Boomer, George Scott. He has struggled in this retro replay, batting below 200. 192 and only 168 against right-handed pitching. 5 home runs, 23 runs coming in. 1 out. Lane at second. Here's the pitch to Scott. 5-5-6. Ball goes to Toby Harrah. It's a pop-up in foul territory. He makes the catch. 2 down. So with 2 outs, Lynn will be off on contact. And here comes Dwight Evans, Red Sox center fielder, batting .263 and .264 off right-handed pitching. Dewey does have 23 home runs, 48 RBIs. He digs in. He awaits the Jenkins offering, and here it is. 6-6-8, hard hit ball, line drive, and Hera makes the catch at third, side retired, Lynn stranded at second. We go to the top of the third, 3-0 Rangers. Due up for Texas, Bonds, Benitez, and Sundberg, as we have Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. He says hello to everyone. Hello, Eric. Remember to check out Higher Ground Gaming, wonderful channel with Eric, Mr. Brody, and Miss Mags. He also is doing a 1978 retro replay, and he posted a game today. He's using Stratomatic Baseball. D. Scott Howard says, I was regarding the Division II women's soccer team. He said, I was glad to get to all but one of their home games this fall. Nice to be back in Billingham, Washington. Now on to basketball for the winter. All right, back to the ball game here. Bobby Bonds leading it off. He's 0 for 1. Torrez gets the sign. He sets and delivers to Bonds. 7-9-2, and that is a single to left. So a leadoff single for Bobby Bonds. He's a threat to run. Scott holding him on. Here comes Juan Benitez. Benitez is 1 for 1. Torrez looks to first. Now in at Fisk. Red Sox try to turn 2 with Duffy and Remy up the middle. Here's the pitch to Benitez. (7-8-6). Bonds can't get the jump. He'll stay put. 3-9-4. That ball goes to the boomer. It's a pop-up. He backpedals on the edge of the grass and makes the catch. 1 down. So they're able to hold Bobby Bonds at first, and Benitez pops out. So with 1 out, here comes Jim Sundberg. He's 0 for 1, the Texas catcher. Torrez looks to Scott. Now in at Fisk. He delivers to Sundberg. (0-8-3). And that is a strike 3 call on Sundberg. He didn't like the call, but he is heading back to the bench. So there's 2 outs. And here comes Al Oliver. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Bonds will be off on contact. Oliver digs in the left-hander's batter's box. He awaits the Torrez offering, and here it is. (0-9-4). That ball goes to Remy. He charges it, throws to Scott. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Rangers due up for the Red Sox. Duffy, Remy, and Brohammer. Frank Duffy, .261, only batting .182 off right-handed pitching, though. Jenkins is licking his lips, looking for the K here on Duffy. The windup and the pitch. 1-6-9, hard hit ball to third, and Hera leaps and makes the line drive catch, robbing Duffy of a double down the left field line. Here comes the Rem dog. Remy's 0 for 1, righty-lefty matchup. Sundberg sets the target. Here's the pitch by Jenkins. 2-2-3, ball goes to Hera, high hopper. He fields it and throws to Hargrove for the out. So 2 up, 2 down. And here comes Jack Brohammer. Red Sox third baseman walked his first time up, looking to keep the inning alive. The windup and the pitch by Fergie Jenkins. 9-1-8, and that is a single to left. Brohammer goes the other way. The inning stays alive. Here comes Jim Rice, hoping for one swing of the bat to pull the Red Sox to within 1 run. Rice has 21 round trippers so far in the retro replay. He's looking for a big high dice roll here. Sundberg sets the target. Here's the pitch to Rice. 1-1-5, and that will be a big swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Side retired. Rice strikes out. We go to the top of the fourth. 3-0 Rangers. Due up for Texas. Richie Zisk with the 3-run homer. Then Mike Hargrove and Toby Harrah. Again, Zisk 1-for-1, 3-run homer. Top of the first. He would love to duplicate that act. The windup and the pitch by Torrez. 3-7-9. That ball goes to Brohammer. High hopper. He fields it, throws to Scott for the out. 1 down. Here comes Mike Hargrove, left-handed batting first baseman, a.k.a. the human rain delay. Hargrove takes his sweet time getting into the batter's box. Fisk flashes the signs. Torrez nods his head. Here's the pitch to Hargrove. "6-4-4, Hargrove works a walk. And he slowly trots down to first base. So 1 out, 1 on. Scott holding on Hargrove. Red Sox want to turn 2 up the middle with Duffy and Remy. Here comes Toby Harrah. He's 0-for-1. Torrez looks to first. Now in at the plate. Here's the pitch to Harrah. 4-9-0. Hargrove doesn't get the good lead. Stays put. 0-1-7. That is a strikeout. Big swing and a miss. Harrah goes back to the bench. So there's 2 down now. And here comes Bump in the Night Wills. He's 0-for-1, the Rangers' second baseman. Left-handed batter. Switch hitter, batting lefty, due to the right-handed throwing Torrez. Fisk flashes the signs. Torrez nods his head. Here's the pitch to Wills. Hargrove will be off on contact. 2 outs. 0-9-8. Sweeping curveball, strike 3. Wills couldn't pull the trigger, so Torrez strikes out. Harrah and Wills side retired. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Texas. Due up for Boston. Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Lynn. Yaz is 0-for-1. Yastrzemski would love to launch one out of the ballpark. Jenkins is ready to work. Here's the pitch. That ball goes out to left. 0-8-9. Zisk ranges to the line and makes the catch. 1 down. Here comes Pudge. Carlton Fisk 0-for-1. Sundberg sets the target. The windup and the pitch to Carlton Fisk. 7-9-4. That is a single to left field. Line drive drops in front of Richie Zisk. A 1-out single for Fisk. He'll be held on at first by Mike Hargrove. And here comes Freddie Lynn, the center fielder. Campaneris and Wills look to turn 2 up the middle. Freddie Lynn looking to find something that he can drive out of the ballpark, pull the Red Sox to within 1. He has 14 home runs to go with 53 RBIs on this retro replay of 1978. Sundberg wiggles the fingers. Jenkins is ready to work. Here's the pitch to Lynn. 4-7-8. That is a hard hit ball out to left. And Zisk didn't even have to move. Out number 2. So Lynn hit it hard, but right to Richie Zisk in left field. And here comes the boomer. 0-for-1 and struggling mightily against right-handed pitching. 167. Fisk will be off on contact. Jenkins gets the sign. The windup and the pitch by Fergie. 3-7-0 hard hit ball to Hargrove. And he catches the line drive. Side retired. Fisk stranded at first. We go to the top of the fifth. The Rangers still have a 3-0 lead. Due up for Texas, Campaneris, Bonds, and Benitez. And in the chat, we have Clinton Parks. Hope all is well with you, my friend. Here comes Bert Campaneris. He's 0 for 1 today. Torrez has faced 17 batters. He's good for 31. He had that one hiccup, the 3-run homer in the top of the first. It's held up for the Rangers so far. Here's the pitch to Campy. .955, that's a single to center. Campaneris is definitely a base running threat. Scott holding him on. And here comes Bobby Bonds, who's 1 for 2. As Clinton Parks says, this is my favorite baseball game. It's a very fun game, very reasonable, $20 value, digital diamond baseball. If you're interested, anyone who's watching now or later, type in digital diamond baseball, go to their website, and Clinton Parks is in the chat. He says it's his favorite baseball game, and it's a very fun game. What are your favorite things about it, Clinton, and what would you like to see tweaked, if anything? And Clinton Parks says, roll your own dice is definitely different. Working April 19th, 1978, Sox 5-4 over Cleveland with a walk-off single. Milwaukee 3-2 over New York. Thomas hits 1 out. Cool. All right. So here comes Bobby Bonds back to the game. Campaneris at first, no outs. Red Sox want to turn 2 with Duffy and Remy up the middle. Bonds 1 for 2. The windup and the pitch by Torrez. Campy's definitely a base-stealing threat. 1-3-3. Campaneris is leaning. He goes. Nice throw by Fisk, but Campaneris slides under the Duffy tag. The Remy tag, and he is safe. So he steals second base. He's in scoring position for Bobby Bonds now. Fisk puts the mask back on, squats down back behind the plate. Sets the target. Here's the pitch to Bonds. Let's see if Campy's going to try to steal third. Bonds digs in. Campaneris is on second. 1-7-5. Bonds swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Big strikeout there. So 1 down. Campy at second. Here comes Juan Benitez. Benitez 1 for 2. RBI opportunity here for Benitez. 3-0 Rangers. 1 out. Top of the fifth. Remy bluffs towards the second base bag, trying to keep Campaneris close. Here's the pitch by Torrez. 8-3-1, and that's a single to left. Let's see if they're going to challenge Yastrzemski's arm. Here's the throw to the plate, and Campaneris scores from second. As the throw is late, Yastrzemski rolled a 2-7-6, not in time. It's now 4-0 Texas. Benitez with a 1-out RBI single. Here comes Jim Sundberg, the catcher. He's 0 for 2 with a run scored. Duffy, Remy pinch the middle, looking to turn 2. Here's the pitch by Torrez. .449, that ball's hit to Duffy. He jumps and makes the catch on the line drive, out number 2. Benitez quickly gets back to first base. Now stepping to the plate, designated hitter, cleanup batter, Al Oliver, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Torrez takes a deep breath on the mound. He delivers to Oliver. Benitez will be off on contact. 2 outs. 1-7-7, that's a fly ball to right. Evans drifts to the line and makes the catch, side retired. The Rangers tack on another run on the RBI single by Benitez. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 4-0 Rangers. Due up for the Red Sox, Evans, Duffy, and Remy. Red Sox need to get their bats going against Fergie Jenkins. Evans is 0 for 1. Jenkins sets and delivers to Dewey. 8-1-6, and that's a walk to Evans. Leadoff runner on. Good way to start the inning for the Red Sox. Here comes Frank Duffy. He's 0 for 1. Again, Duffy struggles against right-handed pitching. 167. On deck is Remy. Red Sox trailing by 4. Duffy digs in. Sundberg sets the target. Jenkins is ready. Here's the pitch. 9-3-5, and Duffy comes through with a single to left. Evans will hold at second. The Red Sox go station to station. So a rare hit by Frank Duffy off a right-handed pitcher. And now here comes Jerry Remy, and he bats .311 off right-handed pitching. First and second, no outs. Red Sox have an opportunity to climb right back in this ball game, trailing by 4 here in the bottom of the fifth. Jenkins has the rosin bag in his hand, tosses it to the mound. He's ready. He toes the rubber. Looks in at Sundberg. Here's the pitch to Remy. 2-9-9, fly ball to center. Benitez comes in and makes the catch, 1 down. So here comes a third baseman, left-handed batter, Jack Brohammer. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. Brohammer has a chance to put the Red Sox on the board here. Evans at second, Duffy's at first. Jenkins ready to work. Here's the pitch of Brohammer. 6-6-3, that's a hard hit ball to left. And Zisk is there and he makes the catch. 2 down. So here comes Jim Rice. So after the Red Sox get the first 2 runners on, the next 2 are out. And here comes Jim Rice. 1 swing of the bat for Jim. Could bring the Red Sox to within 1. He's looking for a 9-3-2 or better. That's his home run roll. The windup and the pitch by Fergie Jenkins. 9-2-5, and that is going to be a triple. As it rattles around down the right field corner, 2 runs will score. And Rice scores on the error by Bobby Bonds. The Red Sox get 3 on the Rice triple, and it's now 4-3. They're back in this ball game, folks. The Fenway faithful are ecstatic. So here comes Yastrzemski. 1 swing of the bat can tie it up here. Yaz's home run swing, 9-7-3 or higher. So Bobby Bonds butchered that ball in right. Rice is credited with a triple, not an inside the park home run. He scores on the Bonds error. Here's the pitch to Yastrzemski. 2 outs, bases empty. 8-8-5, and that's a single to center. Nice bit of hitting by Yaz. As Clinton Park says in the chat, that corner can be devastating. It sure can be at Fenway Park, and Bobby Bonds just butchered that ball. So here comes Carlton Fisk. Yaz represents the tying run at first. Fisk the go-ahead run at the plate, 1 for 2. Carlton has 12 home runs in the 78 replay, using digital diamond baseball. His home run swing consists of a roll of 9-6-5 or higher. Sundberg sets the target. Hardgrove holds Yastrzemski at first. Here's the pitch by Jenkins. 2-7-6. That's a hard hit ball to center field. Going back on it is Benitez. He reaches up and makes the catch on the warning track. Side retired, but the Red Sox score 3 On the Rice triple and error by Bonds, we go to the top of the 6th. It's a new ball game, folks. Texas 4, Boston 3. Due up for the Rangers, Zisk, Hargrove, and Hara to face Mike Torrez. Richie Zisk 1 for 2, 3-run homer in the top of the 1st. Torrez gets the sign from Fisk. Here's the pitch to Zisk. .276. That ball goes out to right field. Evans going back on it. He's struggling with it, and he makes the catch. Might have lost it in the sun a bit. 1 down. Here comes Mike Hargrove, the Rangers' first baseman, a.k.a. the human rain delay. Hargrove slowly steps to the plate. Slowly gets ready. Fisk sort of looks up at him and gives him a disgusted look. Sets the target. Here's the pitch by Torrez. .282. Slow roller in front of the plate. Fisk has it and throws the Scott for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. Here comes Toby Hara. He's 0 for 2. Ranger third baseman looking for his first hit of the game. Right-handed batter. Torres is ready. Here's the pitch to Hara. .172. Hard hit ball to Remy. He fields it and throws the Scott. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-3 Rangers. A due up for the Red Sox. Lynn, Scott, and Evans. Freddie Lynn 1 for 2. His home run swing 9.58 or higher. Jenkins has faced 23 batters. He's good for 30. Righty-lefty matchup. Sundberg goes through the signs. Fergie Jenkins nods his head. Here's the pitch to Fred Lynn. 6.84, and Lynn walks. Tying run at first. Hargrove holding him on. Lynn can get a lead very easily, but he's under 50% for stealing. He's going to stay put. George Scott comes to the plate. Scott's 0 for 2 and hits right-handers worth poop. So Scott has an 85% chance of bunting Lynn over, and that's what we're going to do. Here comes a sacrifice bunt, 2 for 5. It's a good one. Only play is Hargrove. He gets it and he flips to Jenkins, covering the bag. So the boomer does his job, sacrificing Lynn over to second. Tying run in scoring position for the number 8 batter, right fielder Dwight Evans. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Evans has 23 home runs on this 78 replay with 48 RBIs. He represents a go-ahead run. If he yanks one out, he'll have 50 RBIs on the season. His home run swing consists of a dice roll of 9, 5, 4, or higher. Jenkins takes a deep breath. Here's the pitch to Evans. 5.86, hard hit ball out to right field. It's deep. Bobby Bonds goes back, makes the catch. We have a 45% chance of Lynn tagging up. We're going to hold him at second. So there's 2 outs now. Lynn's in scoring position for Frank Duffy, who got a very rare hit off a right-handed pitcher so far. He's 1 for 2, and with that rare hit, his batting average against righties goes up to .231. Bottom of the 6th, we might go to our bench here. We might go to... Oh my God, Burleson's not available. You got to be kidding me. They have the worst bench in 78. In this game, there's only 2 players available. Bob Montgomery and Bob Bailey. This team was so crappily put together. I know they won a ton of games, but it's because of Jim Rice. I mean, the pitching was mediocre at best. And yes, they did hit the ball. They had no depth whatsoever on this team. So I can't even go to a pinch hitter. So it's going to be up to Duffy. 1 for 2 with a run scored. Duffy needs a 7-6-0 or better to knock Lynn, and he'll be off on contact. Here's the pitch by Jenkins. 2-7-2, that's not going to get it done. Ground ball to third. Hara throws to Hargrove. Side retired. Lynn stranded at second. We go to the top of the 7th. The Rangers 4, the Red Sox 3. Due up for Texas, Wills, Campaneris, and Bonds. Bump Wills 0 for 2. Mike Torrez has faced 25 batters. He's good for 31. He delivers to Wills. 2-1-3. That ball goes to Duffy. Backhands it, throws to Scott. Out number 1. Number 9 batter Bert Campaneris 1 for 2 with a run scored. You want to keep Campy off the base paths. A walk turns into a double most likely with his base running ability and speed. Here's the pitch to Campaneris. 1 out, no one on. 4-3 Rangers, top of the 7th. 5-8-2 fly ball to Lynn. He drifts to his left, makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down, and here comes Bobby Bonds. He's 1 for 3, and he butchered a ball to right that Evans hit. That Rice hit. Rice had a triple, but as he booted the ball around, Rice came all the way around to score, and he knocked in 2 runs plus himself, putting the Red Sox on the board. They trail by 1. Bobby Bonds wants to make up for that butchering out in right field. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the pitch to Bobby Bonds, father of Barry, husband of Mrs. Bonds. 9-5-1, and that ball goes bye-bye Bonds over the green monster. The Bluebirds out here at Fenway. As Bobby Bonds makes amends for his error on Rice, it's now 5-3 Texas. Mike Torrez gives up another home run. Red Sox get their pen up. No, those are my only 2 players available, Clinton. I'm playing as played lineups. So here comes Juan Benitez. So they're unavailable, those other players. Benitez 2 for 3 with an RBI. Base is empty. 5-3 Rangers. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch to Juan. 5-8-0, hard hit ball to Brohammer. He fields it cleanly. Over to Scott, side retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th, the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. Rangers 5, the Red Sox 3. Due up for Boston. Top of the order. Remy, Brohammer, and Rice. Ferguson, Jenkins still out on the mound. Let's give you Fergie's numbers real quick. Jenkins 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 2. Torrez 7 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Walked 1, struck out 4. He's given up 2 home runs to Zisk and Bonds. I don't think they have that right. Ferguson should have 2 earned runs. The only run that would be unearned is Rice. They don't have that right, in my opinion. Anyhow, top of the order, Jerry Remy. He's 0 for 3. Rem Dog looking to get on. Bring the tying run to the plate. Here's the pitch by Jenkins. 9-6-5, and that's a double down the right field line. Remy thought about 3, but held at second. Clinton Park says, I do too. Gets scary in the National League. Are you talking about this game? So here comes Jack Brohammer. Remy in scoring position. Brohammer 1 for 2 with a walk. Again, 283 average off right-handed pitching. If you're thinking a home run to tie the game, he needs a 9.91 or higher. He has not homered yet on this retro replay. Campaneris, bluffs towards second. Trying to hold Remy on. Here's the pitch to Brohammer. 8-6-8, and that's a single to right field. Bonds puts a charge on it, and they're going to hold Remy at third, as he only had a 37% chance of scoring. So the Red Sox have runners on the corners, no outs, and here comes Jim Rice, 1 for 3, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Brohammer represents a tying run at first, Rice the go-ahead run at the plate. Looks like the Rangers are going to stick with Jenkins. He's now faced 29 batters. He's good for 30. Rice will meet the threshold here. Rice's home run swing, 9.32 or higher. Sundberg sets the target. Here's the pitch to Rice. 3-4-9. Soft ground ball to Hargrove. He fields it himself, goes to the bag. Out number 1, Brohammer advances to second base. Remy stayed put. And the Rangers are going to play their infield in with 1 out. Carl Yastrzemski at the plate. Yaz 1 for 3. Yaz's home run swing consists of a dice roll of 9.73 or higher. Big moment here for both teams. Red Sox down by 2. 5-3, bottom of the 7th, 1 out. Remy at third, Brohammer at second. Jenkins is ready to work. Here's the pitch to Captain Carl Yastrzemski. Looking for the high dice roll. 7-5-7, that is a single to right. Remy scores. Let's see if they're going to wave Brohammer around. And Brohammer has a 38% chance of scoring. He shall hold. He will not challenge Bobby Bonds' arm. So Yastrzemski comes through with a 1-out RBI. The Red Sox pulled to within 1, 5-4. Brohammer's a tying run at third. Yastrzemski the go-ahead run at first. As Clinton Parks in the chat says about the National League, yeah, pinch hitting could be a nightmare. And so you can't select a reliever. Yeah, it can be tough. Especially if you're playing with the as-played lineups, where if someone's not available, they're not available. And this 78th season I'm playing as-played lineups, as-played pitching. I make the decisions with pinch hitters and relievers, though. I have Bob Bailey and Bob Montgomery on my bench. So, I will take a look later at the transactions to see why they weren't available. This game is a very fun game. I highly recommend it. If you don't want to spend $60 on Stratomatic, $20 here. Plays slightly different, but I think it has a better split, if you want to call it. I do enjoy the game. I have Stratomatic also. I enjoy that game. All right, so here comes Fisk, tying run at third, go-ahead run at first. Pudge digs in. And Jenkins, 1 batter over now, 31. So he's in the penalty pretty soon. Let's see if Fisk can take advantage of this. Is Jenkins tiring? We shall see. Here's the pitch to Pudge. 1 out, runners on the corners, 0-8-5. And that's a swing and a miss. Jenkins isn't that tired as he just blew that fastball by Fisk. His former teammate, he was a Red Sox in 1977. Now a Ranger. So 2 outs. Again, runners on the corners. Brohammer represents the tying run 90 feet away at third. Yastrzemski the go-ahead run at first. Here comes Freddie Lynn, Red Sox center fielder, 1 for 2 with a walk. Still Jenkins out on the mound. Lynn digs in. Sundberg flashes the sign, sets the target. The windup and the pitch by Fergie Jenkins. 8-4-9, and that's a single to left. Brohammer scores. We have a tie ball game. Yastrzemski will hold at second. It's 5-5. The Red Sox have come all the way back in the bottom of the seventh with 2 outs to tie the ball game up. Here comes George Boomer Scott. Again, Scott struggles horribly against right-handed pitching. 165. His last time up, he sacrificed bunt Lynn to second, but Lynn got stranded there. Yaz represents the go-ahead run at second. Both runners will be off on contact with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to the Boomer. 0-1-6. Big swing and a miss on the curveball. Side retired. But the Red Sox get 2 and tie the ball game up. We go to the top of the 8th, knotted at 5. Due up for the Rangers, Sundberg, Oliver, and Zisk. Mike Torrez, 29 out of 31. Batters, Sundberg, 0 for 3. Sundberg, 65% chance of making it out, so we're going to let Torrez pitch to him. Here's the pitch to Sundberg. 5-5 ball game, top of the 8th. 8-5-0, and Sundberg promptly singles to center. He represents the go-ahead run at first. Here comes Al Oliver. Oliver 1 for 3. And I think that's going to be it for Mr. Torrez. Let's go to the bench coach here. Let's just look at matchups. Let's see if we bring in Bob Stanley. Though he's a lefty. Okay, I think we're going to look at Bergmeyer. Let me just go to the lineup here. Lefty, righty, switch, righty, lots of righties. If we use Bergmeyer, if we use Bergmeyer here, lefty, righty, lefty. No outs. He'd have to pitch to Zisk. All right, let's check out Tom Bergmeyer. Bench coach. This is a great tool, Clinton. This is a wonderful tool. I love the bench coach. Let me go back to the chat here. Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. I just started the Greatest Teams League. Gonna play as all the Red Sox teams and sim most of the rest unless I see an interesting matchup. That's the fun of this game. I do the same thing. Clinton Parks played 3 or 4 games is cool for me. Play 3 or 4 games is cool for me a night. If I ever get to stream, you all might be surprised. I don't use the dice roller. I bought my own. Cool. You should stream, Clinton. It'd be fun. It is fun. And before we get back to the game, Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, check out his channel, Higher Ground Gaming, wonderful retro sports games and some RPG games. I had an issue with the files I downloaded with my 2017 replay on my 2-week files. I think I downloaded twice, so I messed up the stats, leaving all the players blanked. Ah, it stinks. Yeah, it stinks when you have a game and the files get corrupt. All right, back to the game. We're going to look at Tom Bergmeyer now to face Al Oliver. So what I'm looking at is, against Torrez, Oliver gets on with a 5.71 or higher. So let's see what Bergmeyer is. 6.96. Yeah, we're bringing in Tom Bergmeyer. I don't think they're going to pinch hit for Al Oliver. So we're going to go to the pen. We're going to go to Tom Bergmeyer, 5-5. Sundberg's at first. He represents the go-ahead run with no outs. So Tom Bergmeyer will come into pitch. And if you'd love to get a double play ball here, that'd be beautiful. So Tom Bergmeyer comes in. On the retro replay season, Bergmeyer's 3 wins, 3 losses, 2 saves. Earned run average, 277. He'll face Al Oliver. Al Oliver actually bats pretty good against left, actually better, 348. But as you can see, almost a 70% chance of getting him out. Duffy and Remy pinch the middle, looking at turn 2. Sundberg not the fastest runner at first. Scott holding him on. Bergmeyer's ready. Here's the pitch to Oliver. Lefty-lefty matchup. Low dice roll, please. 9-8-6, and that ball goes to center. It's deep and gone. Tom Bergmeyer gives up a 2-run homer. The Rangers retake the lead 7-5, so all my strategy was for poop. Oh boy, and this is the way the 78 retro replay has gone for my beloved Boston Red Sox. Here comes Richie Zisk. On deck is Mike Hargrove. So we're going to let Bergmeyer pitch to Zisk. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch by Bergmeyer. 4-6-5 ground ball to Duffy. He dives, gets back up, and throws to Scott for out number 1. That's what we needed for Oliver, but Oliver promptly hit a 2-run homer to dead center. Again, Oliver hits lefties good, but I went with a 70% chance of getting him out. So now Bergmeyer will face another lefty, Mike Hargrove, and he only bats 132. Hargrove digs in, slowly digs in. Fisk sets the target. Bergmeyer's ready. Here's the pitch. 197, that's a hard hit ball to Scott. He fields it and goes to the bag himself. So 2 outs, no one on, but the damage already done on the Al Oliver 2-run blast to dead center. Rangers now lead 7-5, and here comes Toby Harrah. And that's going to be it for Tom Bergmeyer. So Bergmeyer does not do his job. And we're going to go to Bill Soup Campbell now. And he'll try to get Toby Harrah. Actually, let's go to bench coach. Let's look at the Soup Campbell. Not much better. What does Drago do? Drago's a lot better. We're going to go to Dick Drago. Need this last out here in the top of the 8th. Ah, boy, 2-run homer, that's a killer. So here comes Dick Drago. 6 wins, 3 losses on the year. 242 earned run average, 27 strikeouts, 23 walks. He does have control issues. And Drago has a save in the retro replay. Looking to get that 3rd and final out against Toby Harrah. Harrah only batting 186 off right-handed pitching. Drago done with his warm-up tosses. He's ready to work. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch to Harrah. 7-5, Rangers, top of the 8th. 0-6-9. That's a strikeout. Big swing and a miss. Side retired, but damage done on the Al Oliver 2-run homer off Tom Bergmeyer. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And the Rangers quickly take the lead back after the Red Sox tied it up in the bottom of the 7th. They now lead 7-5. Due up for the Red Sox, Evans, Duffy, and Remy. As Clinton Park says, I like the bench coach. Eric from Higher Ground Gaming says, bench coach is awesome. Oh, yeah, I love it. I mean, all you have to do is look at the percentages. It has given you everything very simply, but smartly, if that makes any sense. I would like to see them tweak the game a little bit. Let you throw over to first. Let you try to bunt for a hit. Just a few other things. Those are minor, not even complaints, just suggestions. So here comes Evans, 0 for 2, a walk and a run scored. Jenkins still out on the mound. He's in line for the win. Evans digs in. Here's the pitch by Fergie. 9-2-2, and that's going to be a double off the Green Monster. So a leadoff double by Dwight Evans as the slugfest continues here at Fenway Park. Tying run comes to the plate in Frank Duffy. And I would love to pinch hit with Frank Duffy, but we have no one really to pinch hit for. Montgomery and Bailey on the bench. Duffy's 1 for 3. He does have a single off Jenkins. RBI opportunity here for Frank. Wills bluffs towards the bag. Tries to keep Evans close. Sundberg flashes the signs. Jenkins nods his head. Here's the pitch to Duffy. 1-4-3 balls hit to Campaneris. And he throws to Hargrove for the out. Evans stays put at second. So one down, top of the order, Jerry Remy, the Rem Dog, 1 for 4 with a run scored. 313 off right-handed pitching. 25 runs batted in to go with 2 home runs in 78 replay. 1 out. Remy digs in, looking for a pitch he can grip and rip. Jenkins is ready to work. Here's the pitch to Remy. 8-6-4, that's a single to right field. Let's see if they're going to wave Evans in. 55% chance of scoring. We shall hold him. Don't want to run into an out at the plate. Okay, runners on the corners. Here comes Jack Brohammer, 2 for 3. He hits 290 off right-handed pitching. Remy definitely a threat to steal, but he's going to stay put. He will stay put. Hargrove holding him on. Brohammer's looking for a 7-3-5 or better. That'll be a single or more. The higher the dice roll, the better for the batter. The lower the dice roll, the better for the pitcher. Brohammer awaits the Fergie Jenkins offering, and here it is. 4-6-6, that ball's hit the Wills. Ground ball to second. He dives, gets up. He throws to Hargrove for the out, and they don't send Evans. Remy advances to second. Oh, my Lord. Evans was not off on contact. There was no contact play. I thought about that, Clinton. Are you talking about Frank Duffy? I thought about that. Bunting him over. Because he's an automatic out. I did think about that. That's good thought process there. But I was hoping beyond hope that he'd get another hit. Yeah, I think bunt for a hit would be cool. Alrighty. And let's go to the chat one more time and then back to the game. Clinton Park says, I also play the golf club game. It's $40, but I have over 400 real or made-up courses in my hands. You can buy cheater clubs like TW. Oh, maybe that's Tiger Woods. And I'm using an official Microsoft Xbox 360 controller. Cool. All right, so Evans comes to the plate. Rice comes to the plate. 2 outs. Evans at third. Remy at second. Remy represents a tying run at second. Rice, the go-ahead run at the plate. Now is the time for Rice to yank one out of the ballpark. 1 for 4. 2 RBIs. A run scored. Big moment here. 7-5 Rangers. Jenkins looks in. He takes a deep breath. He's concentrating. Sundberg sets the target. Here's the pitch to Rice. 4-8-5, hard hit ball to second. Wills fields it. And he drops the ball! He dropped the ball! Evans scores. It's now 7-6. Remy advances a third on the error by Bump Wills. The inning should have been over. Holy cow. As the late, great Phil Rizzuto would say, holy cow. And here comes your Yastrzemski. As the Fenway fans thought this inning was over, but not so. It's now 7-6. Remy's the tying run at third, Rice the go-ahead run at first, and Captain Carl's at the plate 2 for 4 with an RBI, and now they've gone to Reggie Cleveland. Cleveland 2 wins, 4 losses, earned run average 3.49. He's a right-handed thrower. He has 12 saves on the year for the Rangers. Reggie Cleveland, also a former Red Sox. So he'll face his former teammate, Carl Yastrzemski. Cleveland done with his warm-up tosses. But before we get to the pitch to Yaz, let's give you Jenkins' numbers. He is responsible for Remy at third and Rice at first. Should have been out of the inning, but Wills made the error. Jenkins 7 2/3, 12 hits, 6 runs, 2 of them earned. I don't agree with that. I think 2 out of the 3 runs that scored in the bottom of the 5th should have been earned. Unless I'm missing something. I mean, Rice was awarded 2 RBIs. And if it was an error and all the runs scored on an error, he wouldn't have had any RBIs. All right, so Jenkins 7 2/3, 12 hits, 6 runs, 2 earned runs. Again, I disagree with that. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. He's responsible for Remy at third and Rice at first. Mike Torrez went 7 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 2 home runs to Zisk and Bonds. Bergmeyer 2/3 of an inning. He gave up the 2-run blast to Al Oliver, and Dick Drago a third of an inning so far. So here's Yastrzemski. Cleveland's done with his warm-up tosses. Sundberg has a quick word with him, now back behind the plate. Sundberg squats down, flashes the fingers. Cleveland nods his head. Sundberg sets the target. Here's the pitch he has. 8-6-3, that's a single to left. We have a tie ball game, folks. Yastrzemski goes the other way. And we're going to hold Rice at second, station to station. Go with the Red Sox. It's 7-7. Red Sox need to get on a winning streak. They're 8 games behind the Milwaukee Brewers, who are in first place, 5 games behind the Yankees, who are in second place. Red Sox looking for their 46th win so far. Go-ahead run at second. Jim Rice. 2 outs, 2 on. Here comes Carlton Fisk. Pudge 1 for 4. Cleveland is blowing the save. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Fisk. 1-7-9. That ball goes out to Campaneris. He takes a bad hop. Campaneris plays it off the chest, grabs it, and throws to Hargrove in time. Side retired. The Red Sox tie it up thanks to the error by Bump Wills at second. We go to the top of the 9th, knotted at 7. What a ball game here, folks. As we have JD in the chat. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. How goes the editing for the book? All right, so Dick Drago back out on the mound. He's going to face Wills, Campaneris, and Bonds. Wills, the number 8 batter, second baseman. Huge error. Allowed the Red Sox to tie the game up in the bottom of the 8th. He's 0 for 3. Like Bonds, he needs to make amends for it. Here's the pitch to Wills. "5-5-2. That ball goes to Brohammer at third. And he throws to Scott for out number 1. If that was Butch Hobson, every time a ball gets hit to Butch Hobson at third, whether it's a 77 replay with Action PC or this replay, I actually cringe in my seat because he's such an error machine. At least in 77, he hit, I think, 30 home runs and drove in 100 or close to 100. Batting out of the 9 spot most of the year. Here comes Bert Campaneris 1 for 3 with a run scored. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch by Drago. 1 out, no one on, 7-7, top of the 9th. 8-0-8, that ball goes to Scott. And he flips to Drago covering the bag, out number 2, so 2 down. And here comes Bobby Bonds, 2 for 4 with an error. He does have a home run. 1 RBI, 1 run scored. Drago asks for a new baseball. Fisk gets it from the ump. Tosses it out to Drago. He rubs it up. Steps back up on the hill. He toes the rubber. Looks in at Fisk. Here's the pitch to Bonds. 2 outs, no one on. 7-7 ball game, top of the ninth. 3-6-2. That ball goes to Scott. He smothers it. Flips to Drago. Side retires. As I take a sip of orange juice, we go to the bottom of the ninth. Tied at 7. The Red Sox with an opportunity for a walk-off win and to send the Fenway faithful home happy. Due up for the Red Sox, Lynn, Scott, and Evans, and they're going to face Reggie Cleveland, who blew the save thanks to Bump Wills. In the bottom of the 8th, Fred Lynn 2 for 3, a walk and an RBI. Love to get a walk-off homer here. He needs a dice roll of a 9, 5, 7 or higher. Lynn digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Reggie Cleveland, good for 6 batters. He has faced 7, so he could be in the penalty quite quickly. Here's the pitch to Fred Lynn. 5-7-1, fly ball to center. Benitez comes in, and he won't get to it. He will not get to it. That ball drops in, and Freddie Lynn has a leadoff single. He represents the winning run at first, as Benitez's lack of range came into play there. Let's quickly go to the chat. Clinton Park says, I love it, even though Honey Bunny can hear me scream when I screw up. I do the same thing. I yell at the screen, especially when I play football. JD says, nice. He says, do it, Al. I want to win. I need a win. I've lost a lot of games lately against the computer, and it pisses me off. So Reggie Cleveland is tired now, and here comes George Scott. And Scott's going to sacrifice him over because Scott only bats 164. But maybe they're going to take Cleveland out. Let's see. I'm going to hit bunt, but if they take the pitcher out, then that plays off. It's going to be a good bunt. The only plays to first. Lynn advances to second base. So they stuck with a tiring Reggie Cleveland. The winning run's at second. The outfield has to play in where they can try to throw Lynn out if he attempts to score from second, but they can't play too far in because they have to catch the ball also. So here comes Evans, 1 for 3, a walk and 2 runs scored. Dewey has 23 round trippers in this 78 retro replay, 48 RBIs. Evans looking for the walk-off win and to send the fans here at Fenway home happy. Evans digs in. Cleveland looks in at Sundberg. Here's the pitch to Dewey. 6-3-1, fly ball to center. Let's see if Benitez can make this play. And he does. Out number 2. Benitez got to that ball. So with 2 outs, Fred Lynn will be off on contact. He represents the winning run. Alrighty. Duffy with a chance to be a hero here. Only batting 200 off right-handed pitching. Cleveland's been laboring. Looking to get that third and final out here in the bottom of the 9th. Sundberg goes through the signs. Cleveland shakes him off. Now he's ready. Here's the pitch to Duffy. Come on, dice roll, a 7-5-7 or more. 1-2-1, that's a hard hit ball out to right field. Going back on it is Bobby Bonds. And he can't hold on to it. He can't hold on to it. Is that an error? And it is another error on Bobby Bonds. I thought they might credit Duffy with a hit. Why Lynn does not score on that is beyond me. He should be off on contact with 2 outs. There is a big problem there. He shouldn't even be stopping at third. All right, so runners on the corner now. And Texas will go to their bullpen once again. Here comes Steve Comer. 1 win, no losses, 4.44 earned run average. He struck out 12, walked 6. He has no saves. He's thrown 24 1/3 innings. That makes no sense. What do you guys think in the chat? You got a runner on second, 2 outs. The right fielder makes an error. You would think that the runner at second at least would have a legitimate shot of scoring to win the game. Again, one of these things, a small, a small faux pas in the game, in my opinion. So, anyhow, it will be all be a mute point if Jerry Remy can single here. Rem Dog 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, and off right-handed pitching 316. Let's go, Jerry. Winning run at third and Fred Lynn. Duffy at first. That run means nothing. Here's the pitch to Remy. 1-6-1. Soft hit ball to Hargrove. He flips to Comer, covering the bag. We're going to extra innings. The Red Sox strand the winning run at third base in what has to be the world's worst base running by Freddie Lynn. So we go to the top of the 10th, tied at 7. And due up for the Rangers, Benitez, Sundberg, and Oliver. Oliver hit the 2-run homer back in the top of the 8th. But the Red Sox came right back in the bottom of the 8th and tied it up at 7. So here comes Juan Benitez, 2 for 4 with an RBI to face Dick Drago. Drago has the advantage here, 75% chance of getting Benitez out. Here's the pitch by Drago. .901, that's a single to right. As I jinxed Dick Drago. Go ahead run at first base. Scott holding Benitez on. And here comes Jim Sundberg. Sundberg, Rangers catcher, 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Red Sox want to turn 2 up the middle with Duffy and Remy. Drago takes a deep breath. Looks in at Fisk. Here's the pitch to Sundberg. Bob Stanley warming up in the bullpen. 8-8-9, and there's a single to left. Benitez will hold at second. Here comes Al Oliver. Oliver hit a 2-run homer off Tom Bergmeyer in the top of the 8th at the time, gave the Rangers a 2-run lead. The Red Sox would tie it up in the bottom of the 8th. So Oliver 2 for 4, a home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. And Drago is pooping the bed on the mound. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. I don't have Bob Stanley available. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, there he is, thank God. He's a bit tired though. He's only good for 6 batters. Normally he's good for 11, but I've overused him. All right, let's go to the bench coach here. Let's see how Stanley does. %60 chance. He's good for 5 batters. Let's see what Campbell does. 64% chance. So Campbell has a better shot against. So we're going to go with Bill Campbell. Soup's coming in. So Bill Campbell coming out of the bullpen to face Al Oliver. Campbell going through his warm-up tosses. He's good for 8 batters. On the season, 1 win, no losses. Earned run average, not really good, 6.38. He struck out 15, walked 7. No outs, runners at first and second, as Benitez and Sundberg both singled off Drago. Al Oliver 2 for 4, as I stated, a home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Campbell would love to get a double play ball or a strikeout. He would prefer the double play ball. Oliver batting 327 off right-handed pitching. Last time up, Oliver homered off Tom Bergmeyer. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch by Campbell. No outs, 2 on. 7-7 ball game, top of the 10th. 4-5-2. That ball goes out to Evans in right field, and he makes the catch, bluffing at second, but holding is Juan Benitez. So 1 down. Here comes a dangerous Richie Zisk. Zisk's 1 for 4, his 1 hit, a 3-run homer in the first. 57% chance of getting him out. And then another lefty, Hargrove. So Campbell's going to pitch to Zisk. 1 out, 2 on. The windup and the pitch by Campbell. Need a low dice roll here. 3-0-2, hard hit ball to Remy. This could be a double play. To Duffy. On to Scott, double play, side retired. Bill Campbell comes in with 2 on, no outs, and gets out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the 10th, tied at 7. Great job by Soup. The soup was hot. Clinton Park says, Bobby Bonds had 13 assists from right field for Texas in '78. Yes, we're not going to run on Bobby, that's for sure. So here comes Jack Brohammer, 2 for 4, a walk and a run scored. On the mound, Steve Comer. Got the final out in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch to Brohammer. 4-1-2, fly ball to left. Zisk is there. He makes the catch. 1 down. Here comes Jim Rice. Come on, Jim. Walk off homer. Walk off homer. Rice needs a 9.45 or higher. Rice 1 for 5, 2 RBIs and a run scored. Rice looking for something he can grip and rip, tee it high, let it fly. Here's the pitch by Comer. 3-4-7. That ball goes out to center field. Benitez comes in on it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 down, no one on. 7-7 ball game, bottom of the 10th. Here comes Captain Carl Yastrzemski, 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. If he gets RBI number 3, the Red Sox win. Yeah, steps to the box. Comer's ready. Here's the pitch to Yastrzemski. 9-6-2, and that's a double to left center field as it splits Zisk and Benitez. The winning run is now at second base. For Pudge, Carlton Fisk, a chance to win it here for the Sox with 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. Fisk needs a 7-6-0 or better to most likely score Yaz. He'll be off on contact. Sundberg goes out to have a word with Comer. Mike Hargrove joins him on the mound. Meeting adjourned. Players back to their positions. Comer takes a deep breath. Toes the hill. Looks in at Sundberg. Here's the pitch to Fisk. Winning run at second. 7-5-9. Fisk works a walk. So with 2 outs, there's 2 on. Fisk's run means nothing at first base. Speak of the English, Al. Here comes Freddie Lynn. Lynn 3 for 4, a walk and an RBI. Lynn can have the big walk-off hit here. Off right-handed pitching, 359. Lynn needs a 7-1-3 or better for a chance for Yastrzemski to score from second. He'll be off on contact with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Freddie Lynn. 4-2-0, hard hit ball to Campy. He jumps and snags that line drive in the air, robbing Lynn of a hit. We go to the top of the 11th, tied at 7. So Insomnia Baseball continues. Due up for the Rangers, Hargrove, Hara, and Wills. Mike Hargrove 0 for 3. He'll face Bill Soup Campbell. Campbell came in the top of the 10th to get the Red Sox out of a jam. 2 on, no outs. Here's the pitch to Hargrove. 9-8-1, and that is a double off the Green Monster. So Bill Soup Campbell's magic does not continue as the soup got cold. Go ahead run at second base and Mike Hargrove. And here comes Toby Harrah. And that's going to be it for Campbell. Let's see who's on deck. Bump Wills. Wills will bat left-handed. We can walk Harrah. Try to get a double play ball. Let's go to the bench coach. Let's see Mr. Stanley. Bob Stanley's coming in the game. Stanley will come out of the pen. He's good for 6 batters. Normally good for 11, but only good for 6. So Campbell's magic runs out. Top of the 11th. No outs. Hargrove's at second. Stanley finishes his warm-up tosses. Stanley on the retro replay, 3 wins, 1 loss, 2.98 earned run average. He's struck out 10. He's walked 14. He also struggles with his control at times. Stanley has 10 saves on the year. Alrighty, here's Toby Harrah. Hargrove at second. Here's the pitch by Stanley. Need a nice slow dice roll. 2-6-9. And that's a pass ball on Fisk. So Pudge lets the ball get by him. Hargrove advances to third with no outs, and the Red Sox will play their infield in. So the infield's in. Outfield normal and straight away. Stanley needs a strikeout here. Harrah with a chance of putting the Rangers ahead. Stanley's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Toby Harrah. .067. Big swing and a miss on the Scroogey. 1 down, a huge strikeout for Stanley. And here comes the number 8 batter, the second baseman, Bump Wills, who can make amends for that error that he made in the bottom of the 8th when the Red Sox tied the game up. Again, the Red Sox will have to bring their infield in with Hargrove at third and 1 out. 7-7 ball game. Top of the 11th. Stanley's ready. Here's the pitch to Wills. Infield in for the Red Sox. 5-1-7. That ball's hit out to Evans. That's a deep fly ball. Evans is there. He makes the catch. Here's the throw to the plate. And it's cut off. Hargrove scores. The Rangers take an 8-7 lead with 2 outs now. Pitcher of record, who's on line for the loss, is Campbell. So Campbell went 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. He's on the hook for the loss. Here comes Bert Campaneris with 2 outs. Base is empty. He's 1 for 4. Here's the pitch by Stanley. .519. Another ball hit out to right field. Evans comes in out. He makes the catch. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 11th. The Rangers take the lead. 8-7. Chance to win it for the Rangers. Due up for the Red Sox. Scott, Evans, and Duffy. Not sounding good for Boston. JD asks, Al, you win? Nope, we're going to lose against the computer. And Clinton Park says, not yet, JD. JD says, got involved with Punisher. Oh, you watching that on Netflix? Did you watch Stranger Things, JD? So here comes George the Boomer Scott. Red Sox trailing by a run. Steve Comer back out on the mound. Here's the pitch to the Boomer. He needs a 9.85 or better to tie this ball game up with one swing of the bat. 195 hard hit ball to Kurt Bavacqua at first, and he makes the catch. Scott is out, so Bavacqua comes in to... Okay, a lot of bizarre stuff just happened. That was Kurt Bavacqua at first, and now all of a sudden Jorgensen's at first. So let's just go to the box score for ha-has, because I saw Kurt Bavacqua's name. Yes, he was at first. And now they've switched in Mike Jorgensen, so that was a little bizarre hiccup. And that's the only change I see. Okay. So Bavacqua, now Jorgensen at first base. Very good defensive first baseman. One out. Here comes Dwight Evans, 1 for 4 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Evans home run swing, 9.64 better. 8-7. Bottom of the 11th. Comer gets the sign from Sundberg. Here's the pitch to Dewey. High dice roll. 7. Evans is hit by the pitch. He goes to first base. He represents. Evans represents the tying run. And we have Mike McAllister in the chat. How are you, my friend? Hope you're doing well. D. Scott Howard is back. This could bring me good luck here. Trailing by 1 with 1 out. Bottom of the 11th. Here comes Frank Duffy. Duffy 1 for 5. Stay out of the double play, Frank. Stay out of the double play. Here's the pitch to Duffy. Hard hit ball to Campaneris. Ball game over. Oh, it's a line drive. Thank God. He lines out to Campaneris. I thought that was a ground ball. If that was a ground ball, it would have been 6-4-3. Ball game over. We get to the top of the order now. Here comes Jerry Remy. 2 for 6. 2 runs scored. Evans will be off on contact. This goes back to Fred Lynn doesn't score with 2 outs. He's at second base, and Bobby Bonds drops the ball. How does he not score the game-winning run? I don't know. Again. All right, come on, Remy. Comer looking for the win here. He would improve his record to 2-0. Here's the pitch to Remy. 2-5-0. That's a line drive back at Comer. He makes the catch. Ball game over. Remy hits the ball hard right back at Comer. He defends himself, makes the catch. And the Rangers win. 8-7 and 11. Another tough luck loss for the Red Sox of 78. Their record now falls to 45 and 40. The Rangers' record improves to 40 and 45. And let's make it official, as the Red Sox most likely will fall further out of first place. Go to the official box score. All right. Let's first go see who the player of the game is. Digital Diamond baseball player of the game, Richie Zisk. For that 3-run homer, I guess. All right. Pitching for the Texas Rangers, Ferguson Jenkins, no decision, 7 2/3, 12 hits, 7 runs. 2 of them earned. Again, I don't agree with that. It should be at least 4 runs earned, I believe. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Reggie Cleveland blew the save. In an inning, 2 hits. The runs were not earned. Bump Wills made an error. And Comer pitched 2 1/3, 1 hit, 1 walk, no runs. He gets the win, 2-0. Mike Torrez in a no decision with 7 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 1 walked, 4 strikeouts, 2 home runs to Zisk and Oliver. No, to Zisk and Bonds, excuse me. Bergmeyer went 2/3 of an inning. He gave up a home run to Oliver, and only 1 run was charged to him. Drago went an inning and a third, 2 hits and a strikeout, no runs. Bill Sue Campbell took the loss. How could he take the loss? Was he? Yeah, I guess he was the pitcher record. He's now 1-1. He pitched an inning, 1 hit, 2 runs. I'm sorry, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. Stanley pitched an inning, struck out 1. Again, player of the game, Richie Zisk. Quickly go to the box score for Texas. Bobby Bonds, 2 for 5, runs scored, an RBI, a home run, a strikeout, and an error. 2 errors, actually. Juan Beniquez in center, 3 for 5, an RBI. Sundberg, 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, he struck out, as well as Bonds struck out once. Oliver, huge, 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, a 2-run homer off Bergmeyer. Zisk, 1 for 5, a 3-run shot, and a run scored. Hardgrove, the human rain delay, 1 for 4, runs scored, and a walk. Pavakwa came in for 1 play defensively. Then he got switched out for Jorgensen, who finished off the inning. Toby Harrer, 0 for 3. He had 3 strikeouts, a hat trick you don't want. Bump Wills, 0 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout, and also a crucial error. Though the Rangers come back to win, Burt Campaneris is 1 for 5 with a run scored. In total, the Rangers in 11 innings, 43 at-bats, 8 runs, 12 hits, 8 RBIs, walked once, struck out 6 times. Home runs for the Rangers, Bonds, Oliver, and Zisk. For the Boston Red Sox, who go down to defeat in front of the Fenway faithful in 11, Jerry Remy, 2 for 7, 2 runs scored. Jack Brohammer, 2 for 5, a run scored and a walk. Jim Rice, 1 for 6, a run scored and 2 RBIs and a strikeout. Yastrzemski, 4 for 6, 2 RBIs. Fisk, 1 for 5, a walk and 2 strikeouts. Lynn, 3 for 5, an RBI and a walk. Scott, again struggling against right-handed pitching. His average is now 188, 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Evans, 1 for 4, 2 runs scored and a walk. Frank Duffy, the number 9 batter, the shortstop, 1 for 6 with a run scored. In total, in defeat in 11 innings, the Red Sox 48 at-bats, 7 runs, 15 hits, 5 RBIs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. So the Red Sox go down to defeat in the 78 replay, 8-7 in 11 innings. Their record now falls to 45-40. The Rangers improve to 40-45. Let me say thank you to the wonderful people who joined me in the chat. Clinton Parks, thank you very much, my friend. D. Scott Howard, thank you. JD, thank you. Mike McAllister, thank you. Higher Ground Gaming with Eric, check out his channel. Thank you very much. I think that's everyone. Oh, Tribes Fan. Sorry, I forgot about Tribes Fan. Thank you very much. So we went to extras. It was a good game. Unfortunately, my beloved Red Sox lost. I don't know if I'm going to sim these games. I might want to play a couple. I don't think I'll record them, though. So we got some interesting matchups here. Nolan Ryan. I always like to... I might play that game as Nolan Ryan. He's 7-7. And Ron Guidry. So Guidry's 11-6. Tabletop Baseball is doing a retro replay of his 78 season. So check that out. That's interesting to me. Steve Carlton, though he's struggling. He's 4-9. Phil Necro's 9-1 though. And then we have this game here. I'm hoping that the Royals beat the Brewers. Ooh, J.R. Richard. That's another interesting one to me. I might play these, I don't know. Anyhow, once again, the Red Sox lose 8-7. Al Red Sox fans saying thank you very much. We played a little Digital Diamond Baseball. Check it out. Take care till next time. Bye-bye and God.